I wasn't going to go live tonight because I've been having some stomach issues from eating food from our 501c3 organization today. So I've been having some diarrhea and some vomiting issues. So with that said, everyone, let's talk about what we have heard today. What Parks Department enforcement, again, ladies and gentlemen, tried to handcuff a 10-year-old kid selling fruits and fruits. So with that said, everyone, now take this with the grain of salt. I understand there's policies and health guidelines and rules and laws, but this is a 10-year-old child that was just selling fruits to earn money. So, New York City, what's the difference from a child selling lemonade or cookies or candy with no permit? See, I think the reason why this New York City Parks enforcement officer with three stripes decided to pick on a 10-year-old because this child is most likely a migrant. And to put your hands on a child in New York City laws is actually a felony, mind you, officer. So keep this in mind. What are we teaching our children? How are we going to teach our children to be businessmen if they're not allowed to go out there on the streets on their own and try to conduct their own way of communicating with their neighborhood and the people in their neighborhood by selling a product? This is how children grow up to understand math, how to run a business, how to conduct a business. What's the in and outs of about a business, and what's the faults about a business. Sometimes you won't sell a lot of things in one day. Sometimes you will have a good day. But, ladies and gentlemen, as a documentarian, as a photographer, this was brought to my attention from another documentarian here in New York City. And you wanted to hear my thoughts about it. And this is my thoughts. I was arrested not too long ago during the winter time, donating food to a community refrigerator in Greenpoint. Do you guys remember that? We came from here, Long Island City, to go to Williamsburg to donate food to that community refrigerator. Sweet Green donated 10 bowls. So as we were waiting that early morning, because we showed up at McLaren Park to see if Justin, a homeless man, was around so he can have first dibs on those bowls. But instead, we needed to use a bathroom. So sometimes in McLaren Park, the park opens at 7:30. Sometimes the bathroom park opens at 8 o'clock. Sometimes it opens at 7 o'clock. So we get there at 7:27 around that time, and we see one of the park personnel that normally cleans the bathroom before opening go inside and clean it. So as we wait, right, I'm waiting with my camera equipment. Keep that in mind, everybody. I had camera equipment that day, covered like this, but it was much bigger because we had a lot of stuff because we were going to one site to another. And as we were making a video, and there's a video out for that on this channel, everybody. As we were making that video about the Sweet Green experience, and we're going to donate the food right after using the bathroom, but we're trying to see if Justin will come around. These two parks employees were mainly one in particular, because she's been caught multiple times on this channel being racist, being discriminatory, and being very, very not part of the community of Greenpoint and Williamsburg. Very sexist and biased towards people of color dating white women or Asian women. We caught her many times on my Instagram. So with this said, everyone, on that day, waiting for the bathroom, I started recording, and she tried to violate my First Amendment right to record in part. But here's the thing, everybody. She said I wasn't supposed to be in this area. But contradicting herself, that's not true. If you go to Parks and Portland or you get in contact with someone in Parks, they would say, yes, you can access that area to use the basketball court or use an adult swings, which are no child, no infant is going to be swinging on those big swings. And there's a bathroom. Mind you, everyone, the only way to get to the bathroom with your wagon is you got to come through the handicap accessibility exits. And there's an exit on one side where there's steps. I can't access that, and I'm not going to leave my gear, and I'm not going to be in a dead end because that side wasn't even open. So let's say, keep this hypothetically, let's say I was in the park, and then someone wanted to try to rob me because I was all the way by the bathroom at a dead end. Now I just got robbed, stabbed, jacked. So the smart play was to wait by one of the exits or near the 3 exits by a bench. Because not only that I had valuable things in New York City Parks Department in the audience, but I wasn't going to be a victim of a crime because that didn't. Here's another problem about this park. At night, it's known for robberies and sex activity. Keep that in mind. Especially at this time of year. Summertime, I guarantee you, someone is having sex in that park. So with that said, everyone, so this was brought to my attention, so I want to remind people that I was also discriminated and falsely accused and sleeping in the park that day when we just came from here. We were on the train and mind you, everyone, we verified our purchase that day with the Metro card. Coming from Long Island City on the G train. You get off at Greenpoint and you just walk down Manhattan Avenue. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why Parks Department enforcers cannot put their hands on you. They have to call NYPD. They have to call the real cops. They're not cops. They are public servants. They are public community affairs enforcement. That means they should know policies and rules. Yes, like I said, beginning, everybody, I understand there's a health concern, there's a health risk, but a 10-year-old, if you haven't seen the video, everybody, it would disgust you. He's grabbing the 10-year-old. Not only he falls on the ground with the 10-year-old, he puts his body weight on the 10-year-old. And everyone's telling him, if you're going to arrest a 10-year-old, get a female officer. That's this child's right. This is why people in New York City, you got to know your civil, human, and constitutional right. What this New York City Parks enforcer did, a 10-year-old. It's a 10-year-old. It's a child. First and foremost, you're not supposed to put your hands on her without her guardians present or her parents present. Then you put your body weight on her, which is a violation of her rights. She's a female. She can request, as a child, she can request for a female officer. If she knew her rights, because you're not teaching her her rights. You're being bullies. And now you label New York City Parks Department as a thug. So I want everyone to go online right now and you can Google that research. New York City Parks Department 10-year-old. And you're going to be discussed on the video that you're going to see. It's a 10-year-old trying to understand how to make and be a business person. That young woman is trying to make difference with her own family. If the child is a migrant, they didn't confirm this, but if the child is a migrant, why are you trying to take a genuine ability? At least this migrant is trying to do something. These other migrants, like we witnessed today at 9 Minute Reasons, very rude, disrespectful, act like they're entitled. Very rude. Some of these migrants are out here on the mopeds, robbing people. This is why New York City has a crackdown now. Every corner for every weekend and every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's going to be street crackdown on these mopeds. Even delivery drivers, if you're delivering food for Grubhub, Don't get mad. You're going to get checked. If you don't have a legitimate license for that scooter, you're going to get checked. Because this crime needs to stop in the city. And mind you, let me tell you a real statistics. Last year, we didn't have any moped crimes. Not one single crime between 2022 and 2023. This started when the migrants started coming here. And mind you, there's been 416 moped crimes so far this year in New York City. And every single and they said 94% of the arrests are migrants. Mind you, you guys as Americans are flipping the bill. Listen, I'm not discriminatory against migrants. Like I said, we got good migrants are trying to do something for themselves at least. You got some bad migrants are literally spoiling it for the good migrants that are here trying to get shelter, food. But here's the thing. We are all paying and flipping the bill. When, honestly, that should be going to Americans. And I say this because, like, it's an insult that the individuals come here and they make more problems than they shouldn't have to be. Because they were told in false promises. This is why they're angry. False promises from these politicians and city officials. So now the civilians have to pay the price for it. You, as the person that pays taxes, you that works a 9-to-5 job, you, the teacher, you, the fireman, you, the policeman that makes under $50,000, you have to pay for all this nonsense. You, the electrician, the construction worker, you, the electrician, you, the bartender, you, the waitress, you, the small business owner, you all have to pay for this. When you should be asking yourself, why? This is why, everyone, I hate politics. Both sides, Republicans and the Democrats, are a bunch of fucking idiots. You invited a mess into this country when there was already a mess. We still haven't recovered from COVID. And you brought more of a problem. And now we have a city mayor that wants to criminalize homelessness. When he started this and created this problem. And now, everyone, as of today, officially, there's no more space in the homeless shelter system. If you want to get in the shelter, it's going to take you at least 90 to 120 days. There's no space. They are over capacity of all shelters. And now, keep this in mind, now 65,000 migrants are going to be on the streets of New York City now, during the whole entire summer. So you will see an increase, a fluctuation of migrants all over the city, choosing spots to sleep into. Not. It's going to be a very difficult ride. It's going to be a very difficult ride, everybody. But as of today, everyone, we had a parks employee that doesn't understand constitutional human and civil rights, mind you. They need to study the articles about human rights. Because obviously, I don't think they're aware. You can't just decide to arrest a 10-year-old child for selling fruit. You can confiscate it. You can tell her why you have to confiscate it. But you cannot put your hands on a 10-year-old and try to arrest. And why'd you? You guys watch the video. You do the research, and you're going to see for yourself. And as I said, everyone, I was also profiled one day when I was trying to donate food to a community. And we needed to use the bathroom. Mind you, I needed to use the bathroom. But we end up taking a urine at the bathroom because there's no open bathroom at that time. Starbucks doesn't have a bathroom open at McLaren Park. They never have an open bathroom. Park House bathroom. Listen, I don't want to go in Park House. And they open at 8 o'clock anyway. So Yeah, everything opens at 8. But sometimes, like I said, everyone, that bathroom McLaren opens at 7 in the morning, sometimes it opens at 7:30, sometimes it opens at 8. But when for a parks employee accused me of sleeping in the park when we just came from Long Island City, she's like, you look like you got something going on. Yeah, I got my camera equipment. Now you're stereotyping and false profiling with these false allegations. Mind you, everyone, I was really pissed off in that video because she needed to learn a lesson. This is the third time you got caught on video doing something very unethical, lady. And you tell me I'm not supposed to be in that area. I could be in that area. You got an adult basketball court. You got an adult swing for people over the age of 10 to use. Show me some content and show me some video, Parks Department, where a toddler is literally swinging on these adult swings. Show me a video of that, and I would never step foot in that area ever again to use the bathroom. I didn't think you have that footage, because it doesn't exist. As I said, everyone, in order to get this wagon to go to the bathroom, you got to go through the basketball court is on one side, and there's a children's area. Right? But, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before earlier, turns to find out I could be in that area at any given time I choose to, as the press, as someone that's doing some work, as someone that's a photographer, as someone that's doing micro photography, or, mind you, agricultural studies for the New York City Parks Department. As a micro photographer, I could be in that area. But they choose to pick and listen, folks. This is why Parks Department for the New York City Parks enforcement, they're not to be trusted. They don't know anything about the laws. They just have jobs. That's why I called her a stupid black woman, because you're a minority with a job that doesn't even know what your job description is. Yes, everyone, she was a very uneducated black woman. Because in that video, I told her the ordinance code, and she knew. That's why she walked away in shame. And that's why I told her, well, yeah, do call the police, because I got something to show them, so you can feel stupid. Because it states that anyone could be in that area. We had talked about this before when she kicked out, last year when she kicked out a guy playing basketball in the basketball court. Do you guys remember that live stream? When I went live and she kicked out the guy. It turns out the guy was a fucking lawyer. It's like these fucking black, he said he wasn't racist. But he said these two all the time. He says it all the time. These two women, they're very racist. They like picking on people. Sir, it's too early for you. Ma'am, the park opens at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 7 o'clock. It's like, what time was it? It was like 7 something in the morning. And I was coming from the bathroom. And this guy was playing basketball, and he's being told he had to leave. This is a children. Man, this is a dope basketball court. Show me. That's when I started making fun of the Parks Department. When I said, show me a toddler that can dunk. Please do. Show me a baby that can dunk on a full adult basketball court. Please show me a baby that can dunk it. Yeah, they messed with the wrong guy. Again, messing with the wrong people. Not only did this happen again in the park, by Park House, by trying to defamate a business, trying to false accuse a business for distributing alcohol when they did not distribute alcohol to these individuals. Mind you, the business is called Park House. They weren't even open for selling alcohol. You see? Goes to show you, everybody. And today, I was also discriminated by a staff member. And mind you, this staff member got caught by her own boss at 9 Million Reasons, violating my right, telling me that this place is only for people that do not have a home. She started, ladies and gentlemen, profiling me because I looked fancy. I had this phone with a nice case or a case that she'd never seen before. Yeah. And her other staff was like, what? Like, you can't say no to an individual. You're a 501c3 organization. Your state, your mission statement is for everyone. Come. Anyone. It's open to anyone. But here's the thing. When people come on the line, they taking a risk to see what you have. Mind you, everyone, on their website, if you read carefully, they can cater to a vegan. They just choose not to search for food. Oh, let me tell you why they said it. Because 5 other people told me on the side that like they even have a freezer with meat. And the only time they want to open the freezer is after sometime 11 to 1 o'clock. This is what I was told from 5 people. So they are playing favoritism and they are not being fair to everyone. I understand you don't have an unlimited source of meat, but you know, people line up early to be first come, first serve, right? And you should do that first come, first serve. But apparently this was going on at this place at 9 Million Reasons. And I just got food, I didn't get food poisoning, I don't think. Well, you can say I kind of did. I was like going to the bathroom and like feeling very nauseous. Yeah, salad was not very fresh. So just hands down, going to be honest with that. But like I said, everyone, today, even the manager was like, oh, so you the Panda photographer. We couldn't see the video. Can you make it public? I said, why? You're not a paid member of my content. You don't want to support. You wanted to accuse me just now for something that I didn't do. And here's the thing. They kept trying to accuse me of. I said, man, I didn't ask for salmon. I said, do you have anything edible, ready to eat? How many times I have said this? Many times I have come here. You don't remember me, man? And she's like, oh, you always the guy that go. Yeah, I don't get anything. Yes, this is why I was like, but when you had this other woman asking me, do I speak German? Well, she's not even German. I didn't know what that was about. And then questioning my ability. Ma'am, do you understand what's around my neck? You just told me, and you just told your boss that this place, and she just corrected you and told your own boss just told you, you can't tell people that this place is only people that do not have a home or migrants. This place is for everyone that needs food services or short on cash on food for a week or a day. And I had to explain this to this woman. Now, ma'am, this place is for anyone. If I choose to save money on MetroCard, which is $36, and come here, right? Think about this. If I'm spending on an average of $15 or $20 on a meal to eat out while I'm at work or doing whatever a day, right? That money can save me to buy me a MetroCard. I could come here, save my $20, put that money to a MetroCard. See, you didn't think about that, ma'am. You don't think about other people's needs or other people's scenario situations. That's why you should not. And this is why I told the woman. This is why you're not in charge. She is. This is why you should not tell people this is only a place for the migrants. You under New York City law. You are in the United States of America. You're patronizing the fact that you only want to cater to migrants, not Americans. And you weren't even speaking proper English to me. Telling me if I can speak German. Like, no, I'm not speaking German to you. Why? And then she assaulted her own boss, everybody. Right in front of me, in front of everyone. Like, really? So with that said, everyone. Hello, Panda Shinto. Favoritism sucks. You have more common sense than the workers. Well, I wasn't going to make this live stream today because I'm feeling really nauseous from eating that food. I've been drinking lots of water, friend. Been trying to flush this shit out my system now. I was being greedy. I didn't care. Yeah, the avocado looked it very not healthy. And yeah. Yeah, shouldn't have ate it. And the salad kind of tasted a little wilted. I don't know. Oh man, Panda. But like I said, everyone, there's no need for. Here's the point about that 501c3 organization. It's a 501c3 violating human civil rights. Telling someone, I'm not going to give you food. And like I said, it's not the first time that same woman had told me that. The last few times I came down, it's like, okay, I'm going to see what this happens. I'm going to see when this happens. And then, mind you, I talked to who's in charge, the director, who's in charge. She was like, I want to see the video you said people were giving out food. And I say, doesn't matter. You already know from the people on the line that there was favoritism, people giving out food. So you know this is not new. I'm new here. You're just mad because I got it on camera and I've been documenting the progress since coming to your 501c3 organization. When you have a physical building, we can enter, you can do this inside. Maybe this is why they have a liability issue problem with volunteers. Yes, I know about that, lady. I know about the violation among your... yes, I know about the volunteer problem. Your liability. I read that. Oh, you didn't think I read that? You didn't think I did my research on you? The organization. You have a tendency of putting people that are not very skill-minded as volunteers. I'm not saying you're not smart or you're making bad judgment, but we witnessed today that not only that you were insulted, ma'am, you are the director or in charge of the program, you were also assaulted by the same person that was violating my rights and refused to give me any food. If I say edible, that means ready to eat. And I said ready to eat edible. Weird out my mouth that said I said sandwiches or something. I said no, you have something edible. Like it could be grapes, it could be avocado, it could be an orange. That's edible, ready to eat. That's why you have to listen. But these folks weren't listening, everybody. But with that said, everyone, we just came from Gaines Park, by the way. That's why we stopped here at the Wi-Fi. I wanted to use the Wi-Fi so the quality could be better. But with that said, everyone, just make sure you know your human and your civil rights and your constitutional rights. There are New York City laws that mind you, there are New York City laws that 9 Million Reasons just broke. They just violated my civil rights. Now I can go down to a New York City division or health department and file this complaint against them. But we're not going to do that. Because I'm never going to go there ever again, everybody. As of today, we are no longer going to go to this place ever again. Let them fail on their own accord, and let more people. Let's see how many more people see my video and have the encouragement to come forward. You know why some people won't not come forward? Because they're afraid they might be banned. Yes, this is the threat that goes on at this place, and this is what this woman posed as a threat. If you write a bad review, you're banned from here, pretty much. No, she didn't say that, but her demeanor was like, I'm not allowed to write a review to explain my concerns. I'm not allowed to literally record on a public sidewalk. First and foremost, ma'am, I hope you're aware that this is New York City. This is a one consent party state. This is a liberal state. You cannot tell someone, or even ask me, as I explained this to you, ma'am, you cannot demand me to give you or release any footage, because it could be for my legal rights, because it is for my legal purposes. And this is why I held onto this footage and uploaded it in many other places, ma'am. Just because of this reason. Because it's in my legal obligation, just in case you pull a stunt like this again, I have proof that this not only happened once, but this happened several times. It's called reliability. This is what it's called, leverage. This is why I have the leverage, ma'am. You cannot demand me to release video. Your ministry, whoever who's in charge of BW, I don't care what they say, Go get it. Go get her. Like I explained it to any corporation and any other person. If you have a legal problem with me, go get a gag order, assist and desist order, and make sure you tell the judge what it's for. And watch it go say, so you're gonna violate my fucking First Amendment right in New York City? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Because as soon as you do that, I will sue you for defamation. Because nothing defamation about what you did today is falsified. Everything that you did, and you apologized several times. And then you try to get the guy that's giving out free food, like he's gonna do something to me. Like, he's right here. I know he's right there, but ma'am, I'm not a snitch. If you didn't see the video when it was live, ma'am, that's not my fault. Everyone else can see it if they pay my membership or join my membership. They can see all the content. But until then, you do not have the right, and mind you, sign my intellectual property release forms too. That's a factor too. Everything I record on all of my devices is my property. Under the U.S. constitutional law, ma'am, it's my property. Especially under New York City law, it's my property. You do not demand that from me, as she did today, ma'am. Everyone. Yeah, she did. I demand to see it. No, you do not demand to see it. Because not only that, you can still see it without seeing it, everybody, because it's called shorts. YouTube has this thing called shorts. How many times I went short and uploaded videos about 9 million reasons? There's about quite a few of them. You can go see it there, ma'am. You can see your progress. And you can see the day that you were working, ma'am, and I stand out there for 3 hours. We got there at 11:21. We didn't leave there until about 2:37. 2:37 p.m. to order to get some vegetables that I can't cook with? Mind you, I'm going somewhere where I don't have a kitchen. Yeah, everybody. Remember that day, everyone? We stayed there from 11 to 2:37. Then we went to, yeah, that was just terrible. Oh, yeah, that's a short, ma'am. That is the food pantry. 9 million region is the food pantry that we're talking about, Shinto. It's organization. And mind you, there's no more food pantries per se, unless it's a 501c3 under the Second Harvest program. See, if any organization is under the Second Harvest program, that's a food bank. And there are just quite a few, but they're spread out. Like 9 million reasons is here in Long Island City. There's another one quite a few in Manhattan, but you gotta either walk or take the subway. There's only a few in Brooklyn. Second Harvest is part of their program. So if Second Harvest is watching this, which I'm going to tag them, 9 million reasons, on this video, I'm going to tag them. I think your agreement with Second Harvest is not to, mind you know how much food they just throw away every day? So every Tuesday, there's always a sanitation truck. And they're constantly just throw away food. Which, ladies and gentlemen, environmentally wise, that food should be properly disposed into something recyclable. Not the sanitation. Why is food going to the wasteland when it should be recycled into soil or into other things? Mind you, recycling food can be very beneficial to our environment. They just choose not to recycle the food product. Yes, it's a sanitation truck that comes every Tuesday since I've been coming every Tuesday to document. And there's a sanitation truck that just throw away food. Yes, vegetables, yes, it can be started, but ladies and gentlemen, we can break down those old vegetables into something more better. A 501c3 that doesn't follow the 501c3 guidelines should not be a 501c3. They're supposed to help the environment. They're supposed to save the environment from food waste, not dispose tons of food waste every single Tuesday morning. So if anyone's watching this, go there every Tuesday morning. If not, go there every morning and you will see it. Sometimes during the afternoon, you will see them dump food. Lots of it. When it should be given out. And you're telling me that there's no food for me to give out when you're just throwing away that food. Again, the woman today at 9 Million Reasons just made a fool of herself because you throw away food that you should be giving away in the first place instead of harvesting it inside. You know there's an expiry date for this food. Just give the food out and I guarantee you'll make everybody happy. But today people weren't happy because you have people skipping the line, people putting their bags on the fence, acting like they were in line, then they go back home. And that's what they were doing, ma'am. So also your staff member violated not just my civil right, but she's probably the reason why people put their bags and go home. These are people that go home. And this is why I was like, why is she telling me this place is only for people that don't have a home, but you have people that do have a home, put their bags on the fence, and then disappear for an hour until the place opens. And just, yeah. And today, the big guy started regulating it. I wonder why. Did he figure out who I was before you told him? But like I said, everyone, she made it seem like he's right here standing. I know he's standing right there. I'm not, please. What's this man going to do? Violate my right to record him for giving out food? Yeah, you gave out food to a woman with her child. She was all the way in the back. She comes in the front with the big... It's like you feel guilty and sorry for these pretty young Spanish women with babies. So you give her a dish that can feed 10 people. You give her sushi, you give her all this stuff that day. And everyone on the line was like, what the fuck was that? Everybody on the line was upset that day when they saw that. I was like, wow, I've been standing on here in the hour for an hour and a half, and she just walks up and just gets food? Really? It's like that? Seriously? I'm the taxpayer here. Oh my God. Imagine I have to go to work that afternoon. Come on, friend. That's not cool. You can't play favoritism. Everyone is on the line for the exact same reasons. This is why there's an abuse of power at this organization. But with that said, everyone, there's a lot to abuse in New York City. People are abusing their power, and it's just disgusting. It is. So with that said, everyone, I didn't meant to let this live stream go this long because I didn't want to be here because I'm having some really stomach issues right now. So my friend, I Am Brown, right, donated $20, right? When I went to Walgreens to get some stomach medicine. Because like, oh my panda. Oh. Not feeling but I'm early today, oh man, my butt was like, no man, you gotta let this go, friend. So we won't be going to 9 Million Reasons anymore, everybody. I refuse to go to these organizations that do not know how to properly be a 501c3. And mind you, I worked for several 501c3s in the past and never seen such behavior other than porch light in Wisconsin. That's a different story. Never seen a disregard of human life when it comes down to food. No, so you don't deserve this. This is only for people. What? I can't get these grits because this is only for people that don't... What? I can't believe she said that in front of her colleagues. And her colleagues at the door, the Latino man, I think he was Ecuadorian, that was standing there, and he understood what I was asking for because he's seen me before. And you had the young lady, she saw me before, and they was just looking at her like, what? No, we could give it to him. She's like, no, it's not for him. It was just disgusting, friend, that you really wanted to violate my right. And you're going to try to question me. Ma'am, I'm the one with the press credentials questioning you now. Who gives you the right to violate a civil right to be fed? Under what law states that you can make the decision to not feed someone based on their request? You're supposed to be, first and foremost, there's supposed to be a dietitian within your organization. First and foremost. Let's get that clear. You're supposed to hire a dietitian. So that dietitian can pull things to the side and say, this is vegan, this is vegetarian. And the difference is vegetarians don't eat egg or cheese or fish, vegans. Only vegetarians. So this is why you're supposed to hire a dietitian. As an organization, that was your duty to hire a dietitian, but you didn't do that. And I guarantee you, if I go to any organization here in New York City, they at least have someone in the health department working for that 501c3 as either a dietitian or a temporary dietitian, because they could understand you're not supposed to feed this to a vegan. But I wasn't asking for vegan options. I asked for edible. Anything ready to eat. And that was a very difficult task. So with that said, everyone, Gomez says, I love you, bye. Rice and potatoes. They also use teeth. Oh. Taking photos. Yeah, I'm taking some photos. But I'm sorry, friend. But I just want you guys to know and transparent that we will not be going to 9 million reasons any longer. Not only that I was disrespected, my rights were violated, and they were aware of this, but ma'am, your staff got caught by you. There's no denying this. You cannot deny this. Because everyone else saw it too, waiting on the line. And that's why everyone on the line was like, why are they giving you a difficult time every time you come here? Because I asked for eatable things. Because some people, yeah, don't understand that term. Edible, eatable, ready to eat. Oh my panda. It's like it's very ashamed that people can't understand simple English. It's very ashamed. It's simple English. But with that said, everyone, this is a very discriminatory and racist fucking city. Everyone wants to act like they have power. New York City Parks Department, you're not the police. You're a community enforcer. You're supposed to be. First of all, you're not even a community enforcer because you do not have a service weapon. You are a community affairs enforcer, which means if anyone has questions about the park or know how to get a permit or know ordinance codes of the park, you're supposed to know these things. And if someone is drinking in the park or causing a disturbance in the park, you're supposed to call the real cops. Because you're not entitled to arrest anyone unless it doesn't pose a threat. Let's say someone is intoxicated and they can't leave, but they just push you because they didn't want you to touch them. You can arrest them for touching you, yes. But this is a 10-year-old girl. This is a 10-year-old child. And you're trying to put handcuffs on a 10-year-old child. How did you get your stripes? How do you get those 3 stripes? You guys gotta ask you guys gotta ask New York City Parks. How did this officer of community affairs get his 3 stripes? Because he doesn't deserve it. There's no. So with that said, everyone, New York City is becoming a very, very problematic city, like San Francisco. It's becoming the San Francisco now. It's like I said, New York City and San Francisco always have been its doppelgangers. San Francisco, it's doppelganger. It's his twin. It's his sibling. They shared identical results. People robbing people on mopeds. People are stealing. Small businesses are closing. People are setting homeless people on fire. Now they want to criminalize homeless. Now they want to charge homeless to sleep in shelters. Mind you, they're giving away taxpayer dollars to those that never actually did a single thing in this country, friend. While, while you have veterans looking for that same money and that same opportunity are not getting the same opportunities. You got VA veterans that are getting poorly treated, and you got some migrants that are getting treated better than veterans right now. What does that show you? What America is looking and going towards? Really? You're treating, and I'm not saying that they do not, the migrants do, I'm not saying that migrants do not have a right to be treated fairly. But this is a veteran that served this country in blood, sweat, and tears, and you can't even give him services, but you can literally give them $1,000 MTA cards? What? And then you got a mayor that wants to criminalize the homeless again. Mind you, he went back on every single thing he said he was going to do for the homeless, and he's, like I said, he's a hypocrite. Like I said, you cannot trust politicians anymore. Even those that do activist work that turn into politicians. Like, you can't trust it. Because now you're corrupt. Now you're going to fall into this cycle. It's a bad cycle here, friend. It is really bad. You can't even walk down the street without being assaulted. Just the other day, I stopped a man for trying to hit women down on Jackson Avenue. And that was caught on live stream too. But no one's saying, oh, yeah, Panda just saved this woman's life. You see that? Yeah, that happened. You guys saw that, right? The other few days ago, right? The man, when we were trying to fix the wagon, this guy was trying to hit women down on Jackson Avenue. We scared this guy off. He's a punk. He's a pussy. He's a wimp. He's a coward. You want to try to hit innocent women that you don't know? I will lock you out, friend. That's why I recorded. I don't care if I go to jail for hitting this guy. And I wasn't going to go to jail anyway. New York City, you say, and you preach this all the time. If you see something, say something. When people see something, they don't say anything. But when I see it and I say something, it's still a problem. When it's the right thing to do. So with that said, everyone, if you see something that's going terribly wrong, you see someone's rights or even your rights being violated, say something, document it, and post it. So people can learn a lesson. I have the same rights as you are, and you want to violate my rights. Post it. Don't be afraid to not post all your confrontations. Your cell phone is the best weapon. It always has been against people like that. Your phone device, your smartphone device, whatever phone you have, is the best tool to document all the chaos and the unethical behaviors in this city. So keep that in mind. Use your phone like it's meant to. Record your incidents and don't be afraid to publish it. And mind you, don't be afraid if you get haters on your video, because you're going to get haters going to say something like, why are you in other people's business? Well, it's encouragement to always document and tell your story. And mind you see what I have? It is my business. It is my business. I got into journalism to be in the business of teaching people you can't break the laws. You can't just do what you want to people. You can't violate people's rights. You can't do this. Even officers. You cannot sit here and be God and dictator. You have to make better decisions. And sometimes you may not make better decisions. I know sometimes life is difficult, but when it comes down to common sense, to people's rights, you gotta know, like, no, that's just common sense not to, no. And today was disgusting by 9 million reasons. And I hope they are watching my videos. Because I know the woman is. And I hope you are, ma'am, from 9 million reasons. I really hope you are. Because today's performance disgusts me to a point where, like, this is why I don't want to work for 501c3s anymore. Now you understand why, everybody. I don't want to work for anyone 501c3s. I don't want to help them get grant money. And mind you, I work for several and help them get grant money, including Right to Survive, the organization that I was helping in Portland. Not only my documentary went public, but we were invited to film festivals. I should write a film on this place too. How 501c3s in New York City are all corrupt. Do they even care about people? If you do, you need to start brushing up on some languages. Because I told your staff members, yeah, I don't speak a little bit of German, but I spoke German to your colleague because she wanted to test me. I said Guten Morgen. She didn't understand what that meant, but I said it means good morning. But yeah, I don't understand why she tried to test me on my German. I should have just, like, do you know what Guten Abend means too? Guten Abend. Yeah, Guten Abend. If anyone you know, if you know German, everybody, let me know. If you know German, let me know in the comments what I just said in German. So you want me to repeat it to you? Guten Abend. Let me know in the comments if you understand what I just spoke, because this woman couldn't respond back. She was trying to test my German. I said, I don't speak much German, but do you say French? Yes, I can speak Japanese, Korean, yes. Do you know any of those? No? Then why are you fucking quizzing me? This has nothing to do with food. You've tried to violate my right, and she's trying to deviate from the conversation. So what that's everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, please always document what takes place. If someone violates your space, when you're walking down a public street, if someone is trying to harass you or pick on you, start recording it. Because you never know what might happen. It's evidence. That's what I'm telling you, everybody. It's evidence that can't be disputed. Recording your all interactions is evidence of everything that you have been doing. It is pure evidence. You can't discriminate against the evidence that's in front of you on video. And today was a disgusting day at 9 million reasons. And today, New York City Parks tried to arrest a 10-year-old child trying to learn her ways and being a businessman or a businesswoman in New York City, in the United States of America. I think all children back in the day used to sell lemonade on the corner, or cookies, or candy. Remember that, everybody? And now we can't do that. We need permits to teach our children how to be productive in society. What the really? I can't walk around my neighborhood. See that? No, because a normal cop wouldn't even stop someone doing that. But this child was near a park. Wasn't in the park, but just near the park. And Parks Department, I think also Parks Department violated a ordinance code because they were out of their jurisdiction. If that young girl was out of the park and not in the park, therefore Parks Department kind of violated the jurisdiction. Because that's NYPD's job to remove someone and take their belongings. So we need to investigate about this case a little bit more. But my family accused me of having a knife and tried to lock me up. Well, a lot of people would do such things. Were you getting SSI? Did you have something that is more... Yeah, some people do weird things, man. I don't know. But New York City right now is a it has too many characters that don't need to be here. And like I said, everyone, I'm getting kind of fed up with these migrants acting like they're entitled. And I say this because I had several migrants telling me, please don't record me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm on a public sidewalk. And you're telling me not to record. Like, who are you? I was here for 15, 20 minutes recording video, and you could show up. Man, don't violate this. Don't violate this. Don't violate my First Amendment. You see, you have to teach individuals there are rights here. And to me, right now, it feels like these migrants have more rights than Americans right now. And it's kind of concerning me. Like, do I even have any say-so in this country anymore? Because obviously today I was being denied food. Because it seems like I don't. So with that said, everyone, I'm going to end this live stream and just say this. I'm very disgusted, but have a good night.